What's up, guys? So there's been a lot of hate going around with all the Mustangs, crashing into people, leaving car shows, crashing into, curbs, crashing into other cars. So I thought I would take your attention away from them and bring it to the Camaro. So like a couple years ago, this guy, all right, he was probably about, I don't know, late teens, all right, he crashed his 2014 Zl1 into a swimming pool. Now, how do you do that? Well, first of all, apparently he left his traction control off, which is obviously a no-no when driving these cars, especially at that young of an age. When you're that young, you really don't even have a concept of that sort of power that's in the car. So apparently, as quoted from his friend, he said he was driving behind him the whole time. He lost control, and he thinks that he took the traction control off, and then he hit the curb, and then he hit the fence, and then he went straight into the pool.
The car owner is having a rough day after crashing his brand new $60,000 car right into a Northwest Harris County community pool. Deputies tell us the man in the Camaro Zl1 lost control, went through a fence and right into the water. He wasn't hurt, but crews needed a big crane to lift out the ruined vehicle. Deputies say the driver may be ticketed for speeding.
That car is pretty much done. That is an excessive amount of water damage. It isn't just a little bit of a flooding. It's literally the car was completely underwater. Now, a word of advice here when driving a car like this, and even stock, that car was completely stock. When I first drove this car, it has a lot of power. It has a lot of torque, You can break the wheels in second gear easily. And you keep it on. This has like 5 different traction modes. Even if you go on just the regular setting, it's gonna help you, right? So when you turn everything off, the car is now completely in your hands. So doing a burnout in a neighborhood, which is probably what he tried to do, you're gonna lose control if you don't know what you're doing. So I recommend starting slow and then working your way up to that. Don't try and show off, especially don't try and show off in a neighborhood. Like, come on. That's the one thing, and I had to bring up the Mustang guys again, but trying to do these burnouts and showing off, that's fine if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. It just makes you look even worse than you already are. So, in fact, I was actually driving home the other day, and this guy in his V6 Mustang, okay? Now, this is a heavily trafficked area. There's actually a construction zone right at the intersection, and I'm sitting in my car waiting to turn left, and I hear these tires screeching. I'm like, what the hell is that? This kid in this black V6 Mustang literally tries to freaking power slide around the corner and do this like burnout thing in front of all these cars that are just sitting there, and I see him losing control, and I'm like, if this guy hits my car, I swear to God, I'm gonna get out of my car and beat his ass. But thank God he didn't. He got it back under control, and he just kind of like chuckled. I saw him laugh and like speed away. I'm like, come on, man, really? Like, why would you do that here? Trying to show off your V6? Yeah, sweet. All I heard was tires. Didn't hear an engine at all. So yeah, most Mustang drivers are not complete idiots, It's the select few that make it bad for everybody else, right? What one person does affects us all, yeah, unfortunately. So when you're out there driving your Mustang, driving your Camaro, driving your Corvette, driving your Dodge Challenger, Charger, whatever it may be, don't act like an asshole. And if you want to do something like a burnout, practice it somewhere where you're not going to wreck into people. That would be the smartest thing to do. Yeah, so whatever you do, just drive safe and don't be a douche. Have a good day.